All right, friends, let me show you how we're going to make our pumpkin. When I call you over to the violet table, you're going to walk over to your paper that has your name on it. So stand at the paper that has your name on it. And then once you find your paper, you can turn it to the blank side, turn it to the front. And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to put a little bit of paint on your paper. And so remember that to make orange, you need two colors, and those two colors are yellow and a little bit of red. Maybe notice that I didn't put out as much red as yellow because red's a very strong color and we don't need a lot of it, okay? So sometimes when you mix colors, you don't always put the same amount. Sometimes you put more of one color than the other. So you're going to have a very large brush, and you've got your two colors to make orange. Remember, that's called a secondary color because second means the number 2, so it takes two colors to make that one color. So you take your brush, remember to hold it like a pencil. You are very gently in the middle of your paper going to stir that together, okay? So you are going to see orange when you stir that together, okay? So now I've got a puddle of orange, I've got some on my brush. So once you get it stirred together, what I want you to do is to take your brush and I want you to draw with your brush a very large pumpkin shape. And remember that pumpkins are what shape? Did you say round like a circle? Okay, and pumpkins don't have to be like perfect because they're lumpy and bumpy, and so they're round like a circle when you paint it on paper, but if it was a real pumpkin it would be a sphere, kind of like a ball, like think of a basketball. So you painted a very large circle, and now all I'm doing is going back and taking that puddle of paint and spreading it out to fill in the rest of my pumpkin. What we don't want to be left with are big blobs of wet paint. We want to spread that out so that it dries correctly and doesn't give us any problems next time. So I'm just spreading out my very large blob of orange that was in the middle to the edges, okay? And notice that my pumpkin does not come to the edges. It's close, but it doesn't come to the edges. So this is a pretty big pumpkin shape, and we're going to put this on the drying rack and we will work on adding more detail to it next time. You can take your brush and lay it back on the plate, and then you will put the artwork on the drying rack and go back to what you are doing at your table.